Every woman who doesn't know how to build healthy family relationships, who doesn't understand male nature and doesn't understand male psychology, makes these 7 mistakes in relationships with a man. These 7 mistakes slowly undermine a man's inner motivation, his strength of spirit, and his inner core. They weaken him from the inside. And this happens because female energy is very strong. Female energy is much stronger than male energy. And because of this, a woman can very easily suppress a man without even realizing it. A man can never compete with a woman. Not because he is weaker, but because he is not built to compete with her energy. A man and a woman use energy very differently. A man gives his energy to the outside world. He spends it on work, responsibility, decisions, problem solving, protection, providing. His energy is directional and it goes outward. And when he comes home, he needs to recharge. He needs calm, safety, space, silence, or simple connection to restore his inner strength. A woman's energy works differently. Her energy is continuous, emotional, intuitive, and expansive. When she feels, talks, connects, processes, her energy often increases. She can hold many emotions at once. She can speak, react, feel deeply, and still have more energy coming. This is why female energy is often stronger. Not stronger in a competitive sense, but stronger in volume, intensity, and emotional impact. And this is where many relationships break. If a woman unconsciously tries to compete with a man, emotionally, psychologically, energetically, he will always yield. One way or another, he will give in. He will shut down, he will surrender himself, or he will just leave the relationship. And this is not a choice. This is how system works. And this law needs to be understood clearly and consciously. Female energy is stronger, and when it is unmanaged, it can suppress a man, weaken him, or even break him. A man is a core. He is an inner foundation. Imagine that inside a man there is a pencil, and that pencil is his inner support, his integrity, his self-respect, and his sense of direction. His strength is not flexibility. His strength is wholeness. A woman, through constant pressure, criticism, emotional overload, control, comparison, or disrespect, can break this pencil very easily, sometimes even without raising her voice. And once that pencil is broken, it will never work the same way again. It may still write, but not like before. Restoring is very difficult and sometimes almost impossible. That's why men don't fight back emotionally. They don't recharge through intensity. They don't grow through pressure. So when female energy becomes dominant instead of conscious, a man doesn't become stronger, he fractures. And this doesn't mean a woman should suppress herself. It means her energy needs awareness, direction, and softness, and not force. When a woman understands the power of her energy, she can either destroy a man's core or become the place where his strength restores. And now I want to talk about the 7 mistakes that many women make in family relationships and marriage. And often not because they are bad partners, but because they don't realize just how powerful their energy truly is. I've done many consultations, I've conducted many trainings, I had consultations with clients from different countries, and through all this experience, I noticed the same pattern again and again. Many women make these same 7 mistakes in family relationships with their husbands. If you understand your mistakes, you become aware of them And if you stop doing these things towards your husband, there is a very big chance that the man will begin to move forward very easily. He will advance in his career, he will grow in his business, he will move closer to his goals, he will feel stronger in his ambitions and more confident in society. And it's very important to understand that we are talking now about men with potential. We are not talking about alcoholics, we are not talking about men who lie at home on the sofa and do nothing. We are not talking about gamblers or infantile men and so on. We are talking about normal men. Men who work, men who have business, men who have career, who have goals, men who have inner strength and the ability to develop and move forward. And we are talking about how a woman should correctly support such a man, how she should correctly build up a man, how to make sure that she doesn't suppress her husband, because suppressing a man is very easy. It is much easier than many women realize. If a man is strong, he may simply leave you. A strong man will not stay where he feels constantly suppressed. But if he cannot leave, for example, because he loves you or because he loves the children, then this man will remain in the family. And if he stays, the female energy will strongly suppress him. It will press on him day after day, quietly but powerfully, until his inner strength begins to weaken. This is why the task is to look at this situation very objectively. To look at it with a cold, clear gaze and to analyze it honestly and clearly, without emotions, without illusions, and without self-deception. So, mistake number 1, no faith in your man. Yes, no faith. That, for example, he will be able to protect you, he will be able to earn, and you need to motivate him, you need to change him, you need to push him, you need to control him. You must do this, you must do that, and it becomes exhausting for both of you. All of this happens because a woman has no faith in her man. And if there is no faith, then the foundation is gone. If there is no faith, he will not be able to grow, or it will be very difficult for him to grow. Yes, he will work, yes, he will toil, yes, he will try, but everything will come very hard, with great effort and inner resistance. And here we are talking about something very important. A woman cannot make her man successful. She cannot create success instead of him, but she can influence this process. She can support it. She can help make it so the man develops more easily and achieve his goals more smoothly. We are talking here about ease, about the ease of achieving goals. This must be clearly understood. Many men and many women believe that a woman makes a man successful, or that a man cannot become successful on his own. And this is not true. A man can do it. He can do it himself. But in family relationships, we help each other. The man helps the woman helps the man. And now we are talking about how to help correctly and how not to make the mistakes that destroy a man or destroy a woman in a relationship. So mistake number 1, no faith. You need to believe 100% faith in your husband. If you don't believe in your husband, then a very honest question arises. Why are you living with such a man? And you must understand that it's impossible to change a man. If the man himself doesn't want to change for you, then you need to ask a different question. Not how can I change him, but what should I become so that my husband changes for me? What should I do? What inner value should I have? What should I develop inside myself? How should I behave with him? How should I communicate with him? How should I find the right approach to him? And there is a very important point here. And it must be clearly understood that these recommendations apply only to women. Recommendations for men will be different. Mistake number 2. Discussing your husband with friends, parents, sisters, brothers, or other men. This is taboo. We are not talking about situations when your husband beats you and you remain silent. This is not about that. I'm talking about when you tell everything to friends, parents, acquaintances, or other men about your husband. How good or how bad he is. Discuss his flaws with others, etc. You cannot discuss your husband. You cannot talk about family happiness or about problems between you, emotional problems. This must be solved by yourself inside the relationship or with the help of a professional, or a psychologist, for example. But in no case should this be spoken to friends, parents, and especially other men. This is taboo. In this way, you are very negatively affect your husband, because women underestimate the power of their thoughts. When a woman understands the power of her thoughts, that she has the ability with this energy, this visualization, this power to help her husband. Mistake number 3, comparing him to others. For example, to his father. Or some women compare their husbands to their father. If the father is successful, she may compare him to her father, to a successful brother, or to some successful acquaintance, or compare him to your friend's husband. So when you start supposedly motivating your husband through comparison, it destroys his self-esteem. When you compare your husband to someone and tell him this, he perceives it as, I am worse than that man. Then over time, he will not want to do anything for you anymore. And this destroys motivation. So when you compare your husband to someone else and say this to him, he perceives it personally, as if you are saying, I love my friend's husband more than you. Over time, a man will no longer want to do anything for you. Why should he? Someone else's husband is better than me. And he can say you then, go and marry your friend's husband then. So the idea of motivation a man through comparison is very rough, very dangerous, very risky. And this is a very serious mistake that women make. Mistake number 4. You criticize, mock, or don't support his hobbies. Men have different hobbies. And we are talking now about normal, adequate men who have normal hobbies. This could be hunting, fishing, motorcycles, or dangerous extreme sports like skiing or something else. Your task is to let him have hobbies, even dangerous ones. Don't overprotect, don't forbid, don't mock. Man develops in an aggressive environment. This is normal. It is natural environment for men. Strength of spirit is hardened there. He expresses his aggression in this energy. He asserts himself among other men. You cannot forbid this. A man must never be criticized for his hobbies or activities, or his appearance, or told about his physical shortcomings. Okay, mistake number 5. Never comment negatively on his appearance, weight, or anything else. Criticizing his appearance, pointing out his physical flaws, humiliating him, specifically because of how he looks, this is something you should not do. Saying things like, yes, you're fat, or you have a big nose, or you smell, you're this, you're that. These are things that should be not said in any circumstances. You shouldn't mock his appearance. If there are some shortcomings, they can be discussed, but you should not bring them up again and again. There is no need to motivate him like this. saying, "You got fat, go do some sports." And then pointing to other men and saying, "Look at them. Look, Alexander's husband works out. Why don't you go work out too?" And so on. All of this suppresses a man's self-esteem. Accept your husband the way he is physically. Accept his appearance as it is. If you take care of yourself, if you look after your body and your figure, then of course over time your husband will also begin to take care of his health. This is because husband and wife are always on the same energetic level, on the same vibrations. So the task is to accept him and love him the way he is, specifically in the terms of his appearance. Mistake number 6, criticizing his work, his choice of work. This is very dangerous. A man chose his work. He's engaged in his work. He needs support. Doubting him, telling him, "Why did you take this loan? You cannot run the business. You will go bankrupt. You will fail. Someone will cheat you. You won't succeed." All of this undermines the inner core of a man. A man needs faith, especially in his work. He wants his work, his activity, to be supported by his wife. When a wife supports her husband in his work, there is a high probability that the man will achieve great success in his business. It is very important to support and not criticize his chosen work. Mistake number 7, using bad, harmful words. For example, "I told you, I knew it. You always do this. Why did I marry you?" These words destroys a man's self-confidence, undermine his self-esteem, his inner core. These words are better not used, never. Don't personally humiliate your husband. Conflicts happen in every family. Arguments happen. It is normal, but conscious, adult, mature couples argue properly. You can criticize him, but criticize his actions, not his personality. For example, "Dear husband, I love you, I respect you, but this action makes me uncomfortable." Express your feelings, ask him not to repeat, engage in adequate communication during disagreements. Never personally humiliate your husband. Don't pity him, don't overcare, don't act as his mother. A mature, successful man doesn't want a mother. He wants a woman who supports him, believes in him, trusts him, admires him, and thanks him. He doesn't need a mommy. He has already left his mother. Care, pity, and overprotection undermine a man's faith in himself, self-esteem, inner strength. Never pity or rescue your husband. Let him solve problems. Let him do it himself. He can manage, achieve, and everything that happens in family relationships, like temporary difficulties or temporary problems, your great husband will solve. Faith and trust are enormous energy that flows from a woman to her husband. So right now I am preparing my relationship training for women. All these aspects will be discussed there too in more details, and it will be one of the best trainings on family relationships, revealing masculinity and femininity, working through patterns, raising successful, happy children. In the training, we will discuss how woman can transmit energy to her husband, how a man can meet the woman's needs. I hope this video was helpful and truly valuable for you. If it resonates, please like it, leave a comment, and share it with your friends who may need to hear this message too. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more psychology podcasts about relationship and much more. Please write your main insights and takeaways in the comments under this video.